Hello, everybody. Uh, whew. Welcome in, welcome in. Barney, hello, everyone. Carol, hello, everyone. It's Pop o'clock. You got it, Barney. AJ, good afternoon, beautiful people. Welcome in, AJ. Carol, Barney. Good evening, DD, and beautiful chat. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Whew. I got these screens out that I went ahead and I got like three screens on my three little screens on one computer top. So that's why it's kind of small, if you're wondering. Only if you're wondering. Great earlier chat, everybody. Hey, JDD sent an email with a Nanos interview. I did get that. And I seen that. That was very interesting, actually. Quite interesting. And thank you so much, AJ. Appreciate that. Pam, hey, DD and everyone. Annie, hi, DD and everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Had a great earlier chat. And yeah, very good. To say the least, very good. Hello, Pam. Welcome in, Pam. AJ, but there are more interviews. Also, a Hannity interview with Patel. I seen that one with Patel. No worries, because I saw that. And that was a little bit ago, if I'm not mistaken, right? Where Patel was basically saying that basically Nanos waited too long, and they could have lost some information or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Diane Phoenix, welcome in. Good to have you, Diane. Evening, DD, and everyone. Gene, welcome. Hello, mods and chat. I hear everything. Just sit aside. Hello, Jane. Patel was last night. Okay, I haven't seen that one. Yeah, send that to me. Send it to me. Or we'll probably could, if we have time, we'll put it up here. Norma, hello, Diane. Hello, Jean. Good to see you, Jean. All right. That was a good live earlier today, wasn't it? Everybody and their mother came out. Very good. Very good. Now, right now, like I always say at this hour, we're competing against the big dogs, but it is what it is. We do what we can. And there's only one way to grow, and that's slow and steady. But we are growing, everybody. Make no mistake. We are growing. Amazing first morning show. Yes, AJ, it was amazing. Just amazing. Tusi, welcome in. Hi, D and everyone. So here's the good news. The good news is we have a Starlink. I just went ahead and got the Starlink. So when we travel, we will definitely have, hopefully, better connection than what we did before. And when we go to Arizona, we'll definitely have better connection. Thank God. Thank you all for all your contributions and helps, because you guys make this possible without a doubt. Carol Austin DD, yes. My better half has got everything running, and she's trying to get everything processed. But absolutely, it is done. Everything is ready to go. We just waiting to go ahead and utilize it. Barney, dog, that is great news. Once again, you guys made it happen, and I thank you all. I have two questions. Go ahead, Marianne. Ask away. Ask away. Thank you, AJ. Appreciate that. Hey, Manex. Hey, Devil Pop, Super Maz, and Justice Warrior DD. Thank you so much, Manex. Appreciate you. Thank you. Still waiting. Still waiting, Marianne. What are the questions? Let me hear them. Hello, Manix. That's Norma. Pam. Hey, Manix. I hope they're not like really super long. Super allotosis, escalosis, elis, whatever. Marianne, if Carlos isn't cleared, how can he sue Nanos in the county? I'm thinking, Marianne, what he's basing that on is that for some reason he's thinking that, honestly, I'm thinking that he is in his head thinking, now I sound like Nanos. I don't know what you know, but we don't know what you know because, no, seriously. I think what it is that he's feeling his rights were violated. Now, I don't know how that's possible that that's Nanos' fault because they had a warrant signed by a judge or a magistrate. So that's not on Nanos. That'll come back to the magistrate and or the judge. Whoever signed that warrant. But when you have a warrant, you got to have pretty good information, and you got to have. I mean, a judge knows what he will sign off on and not sign off on. And I can assure you that no judge is going to put his credibility on the line. So I would say, Carl, he isn't cleared. He can try to sue, but it ain't unless there's something that happened in the process. For example, and this didn't happen. I have an example. Let's say when they served him the warrant, let's say somebody, for a better lack of words, physically assaulted him. Well, that's different, right? He could sue for that. But as far as suing just because he got a warrant served on him, that's not going to fly, unless you can show how there was nefarious reasons why they issued that warrant. But once again, it's not going to come back to Nanos. It's going to, in the county, it'll come back to literally the county. And of course, the judge will lose a lot of credibility. Judge ain't going to sign off on it if he doesn't have it. But good question. Smoke.
Sorry.
Manix, wonderful devil pups.
Open the window, baby.
Annie, maybe that's why Annie and Tommaso left the house because mom's remains there and she can't take it. That's a very good possibility, Annie.
Oh, shit.
A very good possibility, without a doubt. So what's the second question, Marianne? In any time, Marianne, anybody really can sue anybody. I mean, anybody can sue anybody for anything. I mean, think of all the frivolous lawsuits people have filed, literally. A dime a dozen. People do that in jail all the time, file lawsuits constantly. They do that in prison. They got nothing else to do, so they just file lawsuits. That happens. Whether they go anywhere, that's a different story, and I just don't see this one going anywhere. AJ, like 8 minutes, DD. Sounds good. Carol, hello. 2C. Carol, please hit the likes, everybody. Click that likes. Let's get that algorithm going. Click the likes. Hit the emojis. But we did just get a Starlink brand spanking new. So we are good to go in that area. My next thing is we need a case for it. We had some issues. Gronsky went ahead and got us a case, but there's been some issues with stinking Amazon, and that's why we went ahead and stopped everything. So that way, everybody obviously, though, he'll get his money back and everything. He probably already did. but they're wanting more information, and it's just a pain in the rear. I didn't realize it was that difficult to set one up, a wish list. So there, now everything's kind of on hold, but that's the next thing we're going to be shooting for. Gene, we will be just listening. You got it, Gene. No worries. Annie, yes, Norma. Tusi Oleg, Marianne, second. Why do you think all the news is coming out now? Do you think something big is going to happen soon? I really do, Marianne. Um, Now, what do we consider soon? I think I think right now there's a lot of things that are in the making. Um, I've heard some people say there's nothing. Matter of fact, I heard people today, well-connected people, talking, and I'm talking to the FBI, stating that they just don't feel like there's anything there. Of course, then I've heard some say, no, there's something there. Look, the note that Savanna went and hid, or not the note, the video that she put out was very telling. It was very direct on who, in my opinion, she was sending a message to. So there's probably one solid reason that she did that, and it's probably because it's kind of like a warning shot saying you better do X, Y, and Z, or it's not going to be good for you, and in a nice way. So that's why that. But I do think something's going to give in here, like pretty quick. I say pretty quick. Something's going to give in without a doubt. I don't think you can keep something like this quiet, and I think they already got sights on somebody or somebody's. It's just they have to go ahead because of all the lost evidence that they lost due to the fact of giving the house back so soon. They have to make sure everything is tight and sealed because some evidence will be thrown out, more than likely. That's why I think it's just taking a lot longer than it needed to. So they got to get things that are going to be solid because there's no room for a mistake. You know what I mean? Good question. Very good question. AJ, Oleg, Norma, Marianne, it looks that way. Carol, hello. Marianne, thank you, Didi. You very welcome, Marianne. Norma, hello, Oleg. Tusi, did K9 go to Annie's house and follow Nancy's scent? I don't know. I can't answer that because I don't know. But I don't ever remember reading anything about the K9 going to their house. It might have, but what is it going to really scent? Because technically Nancy was there, right? On the supposedly the Saturday evening. So a scent picking up Nancy ain't going to really do a whole lot because she was there. So I'm not sure. Now maybe a cadaver dog could be different, but I don't think a cadaver dog was ever taken there to A&T's house. I don't think. I could be wrong. I'm just guessing because I've never heard of one, to be honest, going there. Good question. Barney, AJ, I might need you to hold my hand soon. AJ, here for you, Barney. Norma, after all this coming out, makes me wonder if Nancy ever made it home. That's a very good point. I mean, for as many times as they went ahead and visited, I shouldn't say visited, for many times as they went looking for evidence at A&T's house, makes me wonder, where did this really all happen? I mean, that's a reasonable thought, without a doubt. Very reasonable thought. I don't know if something happened there or not. I'm just saying it makes you think all the times they went there would make sense to me. Good question. Ole, hi, 2C, AJ, Carol, Norma, Barney, Diane. I don't recall K9 going anywhere. I don't either. I know they had search dogs out in the in the desert wash areas and that type of thing. I do remember that. And I'm not sure it was K9 more so than it was cadaver dogs that went out there. So I don't think so, to be honest, too, Diane. Good point. Carol, be right back. AJ, okay, Carol, Pam, hey, Oleg, Diane. I doubt she did. Yeah, I really, it's just so mysterious because they spent more time, it seems like, looking for evidence, I guess for the better lack of words, in more places than where you think she would have been or where you think she was taken from. You know, either or. Good point. Annie, Diane, I think Nancy's for a minute, but they stopped it. I think at Nancy's for a minute, but they stopped it. Very possible, Annie. That's a very good possible. Very good point. Hi, Annie, Pam. I know the dogs were not out long at all. No, they weren't. And I think I mean, these cadaver dogs go out there, but I think it was, they didn't want them to get bit. And it wasn't, I don't think it was the handlers of these dogs, these cadaver dogs and whatnot. I don't think it was the handlers. Okay. I think this was just Nanos saying it wasn't necessary anymore. You got to remember, they only searched for about a day and a half to a day and 3/4 before they called everything off. Ironically, almost simultaneously that second day, that's when they got the first and the second ransom, or the first ransom note, second part was given that day as well. Diane, good point, good question. Annie Ole, hi. Diane, excuse given was dogs get hurt on. Yes, you're right. That's exactly what it was. Like these handlers don't know how to control their dogs. This is what they do for a living. They treat that dog like they treat their own kid. It's exactly like that. I only know that because I had gotten a dog for our department, and I'm telling you, that dog very loyal, and they take precious care of that dog without a doubt. So yeah, Marianne, hi, Bandit. He was meowing here earlier. He's doing good. He's getting used to being an indoor cat. Manic, Diddy, do you have a cold? I hope you recover quick. Oh, I think it's yeah, I think it's just um yeah. Someone was cooking and it got a little bit smoky. But it'll be good. Oleg, the big question is, will we all be surprised at who they arrest? I don't think so, Oleg. I don't think we're going to be surprised. Well, some of us will be surprised because some of us will. Hell, I could be. If it's not who I think it is, I'm definitely going to be surprised, right? So some of us are going to be. I mean, just the idea, first of all, that they get these individuals, that's the main goal, in all honesty. That's the main thing. You want to see these individuals caught. The PD wants to make sure they catch these individuals because otherwise they're going to have a big epidemic on their hands. People are going to be doing this left and right. So they have to solve this. Okay. Whether it's help with the FBI or not, it's got to be solved, period. So saying that, but being human nature, we all have ideas and where this is going. Some of us obviously are going to be wrong, and it very well could be me, and then some of us are going to hit it right on the. I honestly feel like we covered the individuals who are in the play, in my opinion. The individuals that are in play, that's who we covered. They have been covered. I believe that. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Thank you so much for answering me, Didi and Bandit. You got it, Marianne. Anytime, anytime. I enjoy trying to answer as much as I can. Believe you me. And if I don't know, I'll just tell you, I really, truly don't know. Annie, I'm stumped because I couldn't get this channel up this morning. I saw Didi's pick, but nothing else would come up. Interesting. It was booming this morning. We had almost 100 people, like 98 people in. And that's pretty good for an upcoming channel, without a doubt. It was a good. There's Bandit, speaking of the devil. Literally. Standing right where I don't want him to be, which is on the table. Norma, I don't believe she made it home. Very good possibility, Annie. Pam, everyone be careful. We were told today that C is coming back full force. Praying if anyone has it. Oh, we don't need it. We don't need it. But that's the only way that's the reason I'm feeling this way. It was a little smoky here for a sec. Barney, Melly, are you here? Says Barney, 2C, Didi, I just love your cat talking so adorable. Yeah, he can be adorable when he's not adorable. I just don't like it when he claws me because I know he doesn't understand it, but that hurts without a doubt. But thank you, Juicy. Appreciate that. Diane says, Pam, C doesn't scare me. I'm trying to risk, to be honest, guys. I'm not sure who in the hell C is. There's so many DCs and C's, and yeah, no worries. Rhythm and Clues. Hey, folks, good to have you, Rhythm and Clues. Thank you for being here, my friend. Awesome to have you. Manex. Pam, yep, that's what my doctor told me today. C is back. Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't sound like C is a good thing, so you guys can have it. I don't want it. And Pam, Diane, it doesn't me either, but so many workers in our Walmart have it, and they say, "Oh, see, I got you." See, this is how long of a day it's been for me, rushing, trying to get everything done. I know what you're talking about now. Yes, yes. As soon as you said C in Walmart, yeah, and they say nothing is helping them. Fortunately, I just came from Walmart when I got the uh, the Starlink, but I always use sanitize. I always sanitize my hands now because I've had it bad when it first came out. Before everybody, I had it, me and the wife, and I tell you what, it was a butt kicker, no doubt about it. Rhythm and Close, hello, says Marianne. Any C can go wherever. I never take their vacation ever. Rhythm and Close, Marianne. Daughter had it 6 times. Kids all had it multiple times, and my eldest grandson passed from it. Sorry to hear that, Diane. I had two people in my family. I had a brother and a nephew that passed from it as well. So yeah, I take those things pretty seriously because yeah, like you, I know what it's like to lose a loved one. Diane, I never took any shots, never caught it. Yeah, well, after I got it the first time, I took everything they had to offer, to be honest, because I said if I'm going down, I'm going down with the fight. Barney, COVID. AJ, I think so, Barney. AD, hello. AJ, hello, Marianne. Carol, I'm back. Sister called. Oh, sounds great. Glad you had a good conversation. AJ, welcome back, Carol 2CDD. Did you hear of Tyler Wilkin from Ohio who became unalive in Puerto Rico? No, Tyler Wilkin. I did not hear that, but guys, I'm honestly trying to put so much information out. I get so I get so like there's not enough hours in a day, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I will definitely look at that to see Wilkin. What part of from Ohio is he? I became unalive in Puerto Rico. Yeah, I don't have no desire to go anywhere out of the country. In all honesty, I used to, but not now. No way. Thank you for that, 2C. I'll definitely look it up. Carol, thanks, AJ. Got your message. Watching. 2C didn't say. Okay, I'll definitely look it up. So here's the thing, guys. I want to go over these notes because not because it hasn't been gone over, not because great people, have not broke this down. I get it. These were broken down by TIR and other individuals, great breakdown. But I want to, and I know we kind of touched on it. We covered this somewhat, but I want to just go ahead and look at, and we don't even have to really, it's not about so much, it's about the notes, but it's more about why did Savanna, when she did her video, okay, the video she did, her last video, it was so much telling in that video that it literally put a lot of perspective in where this whole thing is going. A lot of perspective. And I guess really, honestly, it's not so much about the notes because we know what the notes say. We've seen the notes. It's trying to break up what Savanna had said, but more so just understanding why. Who was she talking to? What was she trying to say? Now, I know everybody has their own opinions and spins, but for me, I like hearing that conversation because truthfully, that video that she did was very telling, in my opinion, was very telling in a lot of people's opinion. They said my nephew had it and they took him to Pittsburgh and kept him for Thanksgiving till September. Stopped living while Will and my niece went to judge. He ordered all machines back 4 days later. Wow. Wow. Unreal. Unreal. Sorry for your loss. No doubt about it. Pam, Mancat, Manax. I didn't think about that. Manax, Pam, Fauci took the fifth 11 times. 111 times. Well, let's be honest, everybody. In our government, who hasn't pleaded the fifth? Right? That's a really better question or better answer. Who hasn't pleaded the fifth in our government? Currently and past, everybody and their mother has pleaded the fifth, without a doubt. You know what I mean? Marianne, I feel like she's talking to nanos, but I think she is talking to family. Marianne, I really think she's talking to family. Could nanos be a part of this conversation? Could be. Welcome in, Melly. Welcome in. Good to have you, Melly. But yeah, that's going to be what I'm seeing. That's what I think is happening here. Carol, Melly, Annie, unalive. We had our own autopsy examiner said no signs of COVID, and he was full gangrene. Funeral home said they never seen nothing like it. Oh, wow. Oh, my Lord, cat. Down, bandit. Get down. My Lord, AJ, Melly, AJ. Marianne, hello, Melly. Carol, Pam. Yeah, I heard that probably why they came out with this new C variant. Yeah, there is a new strand. I didn't hear about that. Melly, hi, Marianne. Fantasy 5, welcome in. Diane, sorry for your loss and everyone who has been affected by it. Well said, Fantasy 5. Barney, my Melly, AJ, Fantasy, Carol, Fauci should be in an orange jumpsuit, in my opinion. Melly, my Barney, Melly, I agree, Carol, lock him up. AJ, be right back. Manax, LOL, Bandit. Carol, okay, Jay, Rhythm and Clues. The cat will not be told to shush. I'm telling you, I hear you. I tell you what. Sometimes you just got to pick and choose your battles, right? So the idea is that the reason I'm thinking that Savanna was talking about someone close to the family is for the pure fact that the comments that she was making, like, okay, so she's saying, and I don't have this in front of me, but she's saying that you did the best you could, or something that, and I'm going to paraphrase it because I don't have it in front of me. You did the best you could. Okay. You tried to do the right thing. Maybe that was maybe closer to it. How did she say, and what makes her say you tried to do the right thing? We did everything we could. We did everything the right way. It's so personal because you have to ask yourself, if your mother was taken, and I get it, you want to play on the emotions of the individuals, right? Because there is someone who wrote that second note, and it doesn't appear to be written by a man, more possibly a woman, someone who had more empathy and feeling. And so Savannah is targeting that individual. But to say, you took my mom, and then I'm going to tell you, you try to do it the right way. What the hell is that? You try to do it the right way. This world can be very cruel. What's up with that? What is your all's take on that? Jane, Summer, Coles are the worst. Carol, Jean, yes. Tuesday, Savannah was talking to CAT, but not yours, DD. Maybe she was talking about my CAT. Oh, very funny, very funny. Well said, Tusi. Yeah, I mean, I don't see. I'm still not there with C, even though I think that he's probably worse to me, in all honesty, than T himself. C is worse than T because C is the son, the only son in that family. And why he hasn't said much about anything to do about anything is beyond me. Now, maybe he's trying to control his anger. Maybe he's trying to keep himself in check so he doesn't hurt somebody like fatally. But think about that for a minute. Why? Why he has been quiet? He is the eldest in that family, and yet says nothing. That means a lot to me as a child or a son or daughter of a mother who just got taken in the middle of the night, and God only knows what happened to her, but she became unalive more than likely. But saying that I still have a hard time putting C in that category with A and T. C had the monetary funds. C had a lot of things that A and T did not have. And so I don't know. I just can't put myself to putting him there, but I will say very disappointed in how he handled his end as the oldest son. Pam, hey April, praying you have a safe travel. You got it. April, you headed back. April says, hi all, packing to go home and listening. You got it. Thank you, April, for being here. Tusi, we hear often on the news, family takes family out. I know it happens way, way too much, without a doubt. And you're right. You're exactly right. The idea is that how do you just, I don't know, I just can't see myself go there yet. Rhythm and Clue says there's a guy with a cap in PG footage and a logo. I mean, it's too hard to tell what kind, but we know I know C always wears them. He does. It's a very good point, Rhythm and Clues. Very, very good point. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Rhythm and Clues, you might want to go to subscribe to him and or her. Very good, very, very good channel. They're always here supporting us, no doubt. And we thank you for that, Rhythm and Clues. With logo on cap. No, you're right. Yeah. Well, everybody finds Jesus when they want Jesus, right? I mean, hell, you go to any prison and everybody has found Jesus. It seems like Jesus is the get out of jail free card. Oleg, I don't see C involved. I just don't either. But like I said, man, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. And I wouldn't be no different than anybody else being wrong. And he was there suspiciously fast. He was very fast to that house, no doubt. He got there quickly. Now, everybody always says, well, maybe he took a private jet. Look, I know he's got money. I'm just not sure he got that much money. He got there fast, without a doubt, very fast. And maybe he had the hookup. Maybe he was already in town. I don't know. But it is very suspicious, without a doubt. I will say that. Good point, Rhythm and Clues. Tushy, I looked them up. R and Clues. So now the idea is Savanna is talking to somebody who I feel is someone very close to her. And in that second note, remember that second note? Okay, that second note said, we did not fully grasp the seriousness of her physical condition. We as in plural, did not grasp the seriousness of her physical. So they knew she had something wrong with her. They knew she had something wrong. They knew she had issues going on. But what this writer is saying is they did not know how serious, that they couldn't comprehend how serious her physical condition was. We never intended to hurt her. And this is the part that gets me. That was not our intention. She perished shortly after she was taken. We believe it was heart related. Okay, I'm going to come back to some of this. Okay, and in the end, she says, there is nothing. Now, there's more to it, and I'm just not reading it. We are truly sorry. And then you had the parts where it talked about there was nothing you could have done. Like, if you're trying to make this about Savanna, then you couldn't give a hill of beans about how Savanna's feeling. You got what you wanted, right? Literally, even with her on her channel, on her show, the Today Show. I mean, if that was a purpose, then they got what they wanted. Why in the hell would you say, literally, why would you say, we're sorry? Nobody who does a crime like this is apologetic. Either they want the money or for some reason they want to unalive this person. Regardless, no one says, I'm sorry. You know who says I'm sorry? Someone who's feeling your pain. Someone who feels your pain. Someone who's telling you, I feel your pain. It is not your fault. There is nothing you could have done to prevent this. Okay, so now break that last part. There's nothing you could have done to prevent this from happening, right? Break that part down. So not only are you reaching out to the family, not only are you saying, hey, we did not plan to this was going to go like this. We knew she had health problems, but we didn't know how severe the health problems were. But then on top of that, it's, we're sorry. I'm sorry. And then to boot, there's nothing you could have done. You've already said you're sorry. You already said it wasn't your intention. You already said you did not think that her illness was that serious like it was. So you knew she was not a well person. She was dealing with ailments, right? But then you're going to go and say, I'm sorry. And then you're going to say, you could have not done nothing. There's nothing you could have done to prevent this. Does that sound to you like a thug? Maybe it sounds like Porch Guy, but then he looked like he was dumber than a box of rocks. Just being honest, Porch Guy looked like he was dumber than a box of rocks. So why would you say all those things to somebody who just took your mother and literally within 6 days she was unalive? Explain that. Who does that? No thug, no person who is doing this for ransom or whatnot is going to literally say all those things. Not just one thing, all of those things. What say you, everybody? What's your all's thought? I found photos of Nancy's getting out of the white Tesla with long scratches on his neck. I was with A was said I. A was with him. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just God, man, it's just so hard to see that, man. I hear you, and you got a good point. I just yeah, I just it's hard for me to see that, but it's not like it's impossible. That's a very good point. Casey, the inventory at the PX seemed to resemble a general store back in the day. The inventory at the PX seemed to resemble a general store at the in the a general store back in the day. Interesting. I'm not sure where I know what the PX is and I know what the general store is. Fill me in, break it down a little bit more because I may be a little slow right now. I'm trying to figure out how does that go. So fill me in a little bit more, please. Just so I can know exactly where you're going. Tusi, Gene, I took 4 COVID shots in the last 2. Made me so sick I thought I had COVID. Will not take another one. Yeah, some people get it really bad. No doubt about it. Sometimes it can feel like that. I just didn't want to go ever feeling like I did myself and or my wife. I didn't want ever to go through that experience again because I really thought it had gotten me. Literally. Really would like to see that. Manix really would like to see that. Yeah, I haven't seen that to be honest, Rhythm and Clues, but yeah, maybe Manus can find those pictures without a doubt. Marianne, AJD, I don't believe that, but that's just me. I get it. I do get it. And that's what's hard for me. I just can't see that, but just because I can't see it doesn't mean it can't happen or it couldn't happen. But think about all the things she has said. All the things this second writer, because it is believed that it was a second from the first note that was written. I'm sorry. We didn't know that she was that basically that sick or that seriously. We didn't grasp her seriousness of her physical condition, her health. We knew she had health problems. We didn't know it was that bad. And then we're sorry. And then they still feel that pain that they want to say, there's nothing you could have done to prevent this from happening. Or there's nothing you could have done to prevent this. Either way, it's nobody who's a thug doing this type of crimes are going to give two, for a better lack, chits. 2 chits. No one's going to give 2 chits about that, in all honesty. And I said chits as in CHITS. Fantasy, who is PG with footage of Cap? I know I'm going to feel dumb. Who is PG? PG. NG? AG? Who is PG? I think. Yeah, who is PG? Who mentioned PG? AJ, I don't think he is involved, Marianne, but I'm just saying what people were telling JLR, so I don't know. Very true. No, I watched just a little bit, not much, but I did watch a little bit of JLR's when they were saying this. But yeah, I don't know. Michael Nolet. Nancy is in nice mansion paid for by NBC. That whole thing was prop by NBC. I don't know about that, Michael Nolet. I'm not sure I buy that, but hey, I won't even say that. That's your opinion, no doubt. I don't know if I don't buy that. I mean, just my opinion. But hey, welcome in and welcome to going ahead and having that opinion, no doubt about it. Nancy is in a nice mansion paid for by NBC. The whole thing was a prop by NBC. Nah, not so fast, brother. I don't see that honestly, but that's just me. Rhythm and Clues, AJ, DR4. I've never considered him either, but maybe we are being fooled. That's a good point. Who could have seen, excuse me, DR4 do what he did to Celeste Rivas? Who could have seen that coming? A kid who was 14 years old before they even reached their 15 years of age. Who could have seen that coming, in all honesty? I know I had my daughter tell me just the other day, literally. She said, Dad, I listened to his music. I loved his music. And when I heard about it, I was like, no way. Has to be just like a trope, you know, how sometimes, you know, people put on it because she's a streamer. She's not a streamer. She's a gamer. So she was telling me that that's where he pretty much started his whole thing was on gaming. And I said, really? I never heard of the guy. But she said, yeah. She said, when I found out, I was like, I couldn't believe it. So I guess it is possible. But for a son to be involved with his mother, to me, that's a whole different ballgame. Just my opinion. Good point, though. Rhythm and Clues, AJ. Very, very well said. Pam, Fantasy, I was thinking the same thing. Marianne, people in JLRs are always saying he was there because they heard it from someone else. Got you. People in JLRs are always saying he was there because they heard it from someone else. Yeah, it does. That does happen quite a bit. In all honesty, Marianne, that's a good point. Gene, perspective how? Perspective how? Perspective how? Perspective how? Fill me in. Break that down, Gene, please. I would love to try to answer that if I'm not sure where you're going. Manax, yes, the pictures are all over. I blew them up and I saw that. He is in a long sleeve, black shirt, white writing down the sleeve. Hey, that's detail, everybody. That is detail, Rhythm and Clues. I mean, details. I'll have to check it out. Amen. Go for it, Rhythm and Clues. Thank you for that info, Manax. Now, if Mannix had said, I just saw it, that'd be one thing. But to break it down like that, that's pretty confident, I think. But when you find it, let us know, Rhythm and Clues. Marianne, but I truly believe he flew in on the first. Very possible. Very, very possible, Marianne. Carol, hello, 857. AJ, DR4. I have a tinfoil hat ready to use at any moment because ATP, anything can be possible. Hey, that's very true, AJ. No, without a doubt. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Marianne, good afternoon, 857. 857. Hey, Carol, welcome in, 857. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. Appreciate you. Rhythm and Clues, 857 Tucson. Hey, bud. Pam. Hey, 857. Oleg. I am sticking with my female prime suspect, and it's not A. I can understand that, and I can't blame you for that, without a doubt. I mean, got a good point. 857 Tucson, Marianne. Tusi, hi, 857. Everybody loves you, 857. Fantasy 5, 8857, AJ, 857. Do tell Oleg. 857 Tucson Rhythm. Hello, Tusi fan AJ. Hey, Pam. Melly. Marianne. 857. Are you going live tonight? Says Marianne. Jean. Laughing out loud. Carol. Thank you, Carol, so much. Later on, Marianne. Thank you, 857, for stepping by. 857, we need to have DD on your panel. What do you think? Says AJ. Marianne, I'll be there. Rhythm and Clues. That's how little we factored him in. Without a doubt. Without a doubt, Rhythm and Clues. Without a doubt. Rhythm and Clues. Maybe we're well, I don't know if we're fools, but it's just hard to phantom that, right? It's hard to process that because that just goes against the grain. But then again, it's possible. Anything's possible. Carol, great idea. Manex, DD, I will find the scratch photos and email to you. Thank you so much, Manex. Appreciate you. Thank you, Diane. Case, groceries, clothes, etc., 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 says Diane. Rhythm and Clues, Manex 7377. Pam, I meant him go on your panel. I think 857 knows that. He's talking about I meant him go on your panel. I think 857 got the hint that you all would like me to go on his panel. I get it. Marianne, Rhythm and Clues, do you think C is involved? Marianne is asking Rhythm and Clues, do you think C is involved? What say you? Melly, 857 Tucson, hi, Damien. Cali girl on fire, Oleg, can you give a hint? Give us a hint, Oleg, please, says Cali girl on fire. Click that like, everybody. Make sure you click that like. Do me that favor, please. Barney, be right back. I need to rescue the ice cream from the freezer again. FinFan, hi, DD. What's going on, FinFan? Good to have you, my friend. AJ, call Cali Finn, Rhythm and Clues, Marianne, M4R. I haven't thought that, but some things are a little strange, and we've gone down most avenues, laughed out loud, without a doubt. FinFan, hi, Melly in 857. Bible, Melly, 777 Finn. FinFan, hi, AJ. Cali Girl on fire, AJ. FinFan, 007. 007 Melly. AJ, Bible Fantasy. Shut in Clue, says Fantasy 5. Diane, C owns a home near Nancy's. Diane, C owns a lot of property in Tucson. He owns rental properties in Tucson. Quite a few, actually. Michael Richards' brother. Michael Richards' brother says Tushy. Bible, AJ, Carol. Oh no, new charges on Alex today? What are the charges, Carol? Fill us in. What are the charges on Alex? Marianne, Rhythm and Clues. At this point, anything is possible. I agree with that. Can never rule everything out or anything out. AJ, Carol, what? Diane, for what, Carol? Rhythm and Clues, Marianne, M4R, yep. Carol, new assignments for resisting arrest with. What the hell? Resisting arrest. Well, AJ, DR4, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel. Be a Devil Pup investigator in the channel. Carol, he just said it on JLR. Interesting. Even with that breaking news, we're fighting an uphill battle, everybody. Rhythm and Clues. On average, it's normal to shed between 50 and 150 hairs daily. This shedding is a natural part of the hair growth cycle, which includes phases of growth, rest, and shedding. I have no clue what the hell we're talking about there, but fill me in, please. Now tell me, there's a ruthless follicle again. Oh, you're talking about the DNA. Got you. That hair follicle without the root. Fantasy 5, Rhythm and Clues, PG, fit with footage of a guy with a cap. I can't figure out who PG is. Rhythm and Clues, who is PG? What does PG stand for? Point guard on the basketball team? Philly guy? Piggy guy? Wow, thank you, Carol. You welcome to see Rhythm and Clues. Thumbs up. AJ, thank you, Carol. Carol, you welcome. Diane, no, to find a point on it, but some horse or cow poop. Hi, 2C says Melly. Oleg. Oleg says, I just looked, Carol. What the F? He did not resist. Kelly girl on fire. The hair didn't produce a suspect, but did produce a DNA profile. Here's the interesting about that. So the hair that they're saying didn't come back to anybody that wasn't already not considered a suspect. So the hair came back to nobody who they would consider a suspect. 857, we love DD. Thank you, Tucson. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Tusi Melly. Thank you so much, Tucson. I appreciate all your support, my friend. Thank you. Carol, Oleg, I know, right? Barney, 857 rocks. Oleg, Carol, he has the proof they can't get away with that. Carol, Oleg, Rhythm and Clues. Do you think it's because he's ex-military is why no one has factored him in? Yeah, I do, Rhythm and Clues. I think that's a big part of it. Not only is he ex-military, I think that because he was a pilot. I mean, if you know anything about what it takes to be in that profession as a pilot, that's a smart cookie. I'm just saying, it's a smart cookie. Now, could that cookie become stale at some point in time in his life? Sure he can. It's just hard to envision. So, yeah, I do think that's probably why, in all honesty. I know for me, it's probably more because of the family dynamics, because that's how I was raised. So it's hard for me to go ahead and see that, but it's possible. Very possible. AJ, we are setting you up, DD. I know you are, AJ. Man, you are putting me out there. Godly, but thank you, AJ. Appreciate you, Melly, with the giggles. Carol, Melly, did you see what I said about Alex? Melly, Carol, yes, watching it on my tablet. I can't believe they refiled. Rhythm and Clues, been told to say Justine misses you all. She is at a wedding today. Thank you, Rhythm and Clues. Appreciate you. Carol, Melly, it's terrible. AJ, PG, Porsche guy. Damn, we had pizza guy. We had, Piggy guy. We had Philly guy. And how in the hell can we not think of Porch guy? Do I feel like loser? Fantasy, okay. PG, Porch guy, you got it. Rhythm and Clues, yep, laugh out loud. Bible, why has Luke Daly been asked to provide a discount sample per DA juice today? Well, they probably should have took that sample from the very beginning when they had him in there. Guys, it's not a shocker to see everything coming back full circle, right? Let's just call it for what it is. It's not a shocker, everybody. Why has Luke Daly been asked to provide a discount? Says the juice. Fantasy, okay, Porch guy. Rhythm, yeah, I thought so. Bible, Fantasy, thank you. And RNC. Bible, I thought Luke would have already been in the system. That's a good point. That is a very good point. Maybe that's what they want is DNA so they can go ahead and run it and it can show that it's a hit. Is that possible? Just saying. Hey, Jay, you welcome, Fantasy. Cali Girl, LD is already in the system for sure. He is. He has to be in the system. Or is he? LD, 5 Ole, I can't think so. AJ with the laughing, Diane, they are running out of the people to try and blame. Someone's going to get thrown out of the bus, man. Forget about running over somebody over the bus, running them over the bus, right? They're going to get thrown out of the damn bus, and then they're going to get run over. Bible, I meant a DNA sample. Kelly Girl on fire. Anyone arrested in the system is how I understand it. I think it's anybody in the system with a felony. I think. And the reason I say I think, it's been a long time, but I don't think if you got a traffic ticket or you got arrested for a, well, yeah, that would probably be right. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You got it, Cali girl. Cali girl on fire. So where are we at? Let's get back to this notion that Savanna, when she stated what she stated, and that second note said, there's nothing you could have done to prevent this. Like saying, don't knock yourself out, kid. Don't blame yourself, kid. It's okay. It wasn't your fault. You had nothing to do with this. You couldn't have stopped it if you tried. That's pretty damn interesting, in my opinion. I think there's a lot more there than what people are really talking about. Yes, Didi, very, very, very long time. Without a doubt. Long time. Bible, I think it's people who have been convicted, whose DNA is in the system, right? DNA has to be in the system. And usually it's in the system if you have a felony. Almost guarantee it's in the system if you got a felony, because they're going to get not just your DNA, but you're going to get literally your fingerprints and everything. AJ Nanos needs to go to Mojito's party and arrest them all. Be someone knows something. Wearing the assless chaps. Without a doubt, AJ. Carol Burton. Hello, Chris. Chris, I am at my house. How about you? Whenever you want to come in, Chris, let me know. Melly, AJ, Laughing, Carol, Barton, AJ, Chris, Marianne, hi, Chris, Melly, Nanos probably parties with them, laughing out loud. They're all whacking themselves on the ass, no doubt. AJ, just an idea. Hello, all. Chris is in the house. Make sure you subscribe to Chris. Let's talk with Chris. And also with Analyze Doug. Let's get him going as well. Carol Burton. AJ, don't get Didi started with the assless chaps laughing out loud. I just find it so comical. Marianne laughing out loud. Oh, like, hi, Chris. AJ, Carol trying. That was too funny yesterday. No doubt about it. Cali girl on fire. Governed by Arizona Revised Statute 13610. The primary triggers are felony convictions. There you go, felony convictions. Certain misdemeanor convictions, probably a DUI, or specific felony arrest. True. Makes a lot of sense to me, no doubt about it. Chris, oh, I am in the system. So they're going to catch you wearing those, you know what, Fantasy 5, and Fabio, oh, sorry, that's Chris, just kidding. Carolina laughing my ass off. 857 Tucson Didi always makes great points. Thank you so much, 857. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. AJ laughing. Chris. Carol. 857 laughing. LOL chaps. Oh, you can't make this up. 857. 2C. Any arrests in the system and fingerprints. Yes. Got to have the fingerprints. And that's usually with any type of high, it could be a high misdemeanor, like a misdemeanor 5. It could be definitely a DUI. Yeah, without a doubt. Carol 857, you're invited to 857. Whoa. Whoa, laughing out loud. AJ 857, Chris and Doug. You guys are amazing. If you're not subscribed with 857, get there. It doesn't need my help, but hey, if you're not subscribed, you need to be subscribed with him. Very good man, does a very good job, and he is from Tucson. So whenever we need information on what's going on, we can always count on the streamers that are living there in Tucson. Makes a big difference, folks. A big difference. Yeah, we need 857 to go to the party too. Melly, should we tell Damon about wedding? Well, you might as well because you're getting married to Mojito. Without a doubt, Millie. Okay, I am there. Count me in. Laugh it out loud. Oh, my Lord. This is how it should be, man. Everybody just having a good time, but also literally trying to figure out what happened, why everything is unfolding the way it is. So the question comes back to, she said, there's nothing you could have done to prevent this. She said, we are sorry. So not only is this writer telling her, I'm sorry, we are sorry that we never intended this to happen, then we didn't grasp the seriousness of her physical condition. So she's going to apologize, and almost like saying, please, sis, don't take this. It's not you. You didn't have nothing to do with this. There's nothing you could have done, sis. Add that sis behind everything. Add that sis behind everything. I'm telling you, when Savanna did her video, in my honest opinion, she was talking to somebody very, very, very close to the family, without a doubt. Very super close. Very super close. Okay, I'm there coming in. 857 people still get married. AJ, Marianne, oh my God, I didn't know 857 was in that joking. Of course, you got to joke when you're in here. No doubt about it. This is where we have fun and everybody just goes ahead and gets their points out there. 2C 857 laughing out loud. Miss Barney, LE was puzzled when they went to fingerprint my brother. He smoked joints for so many years, he burned off his fingerprints. Yeah, people do that quite a bit, Barney. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. 857, apparently I'm marrying DJ Mojito at the Fetish Ball thanks to AJ. Oh, Lordy mercy. Oh, this is crazy. So now, where are you guys all on that? Seriously, where are you guys at on that? And Alex is being charged now with resisting arrest. That is very interesting. That is very interesting, everybody. So I'm trying to think if the quote, the attempted arrest was not legitimate, then how in the hell do you get past that? I'm gonna have to think about this one, folks, because that's serious. Make no mistake. AJ, I stopped the wedding, Melly. Fantasy, oh my goodness, I missed that chat. Manish, Lordy, fish orange, wide eyes. Melly 857 Tucson is the guy that was in leather outside of Nancy's. Oh my Lord. Oleg, how can they video shows he did not resist? I think I'm trying to go before that even happened. Because if they're arresting him because of a charge, what are they arresting him for? Well, they're not arresting him for resisting. They were arresting him for being on the roadway or blocking the roadway or some crazy thing like that. That's what they were arresting him for. The resist came after the fact. He wasn't blocking anything, so there is nothing there. I don't know how they're going to make this fly, everybody. I don't think they're going to make this fly at all. God, bring me on the panel. All right, all right. All you had to say is bring me aboard, and I will do so. I guess. No worries, no worries. There you go, Barney. I just sent it to you. Hey, Jay, I start the Manny Melly. Oh, my goodness, I missed that chat. Lordy, lordy. How can the video shows, oh, that guy, laughing out loud. Oh, that guy. To see the FBI checked me out with fingerprints and put me in the system when adopting a baby. Well, very, very, there you go, Barney. You are in, Barney.
Thank you very much.
You very welcome. Speak your piece. Melly, AJ, Mannix, Melly, Barney, dog brings me on panel, please. You're there. Now speak your mind. Tell me what you think.
I'm going to try to speak my piece in a positive way.
Can you turn it up just a little bit?
Sure can. I may need to switch over my headphones. Is this getting any better?
I can hear you, but it's very, very faint.
Okay, I'm going to switch over to my headphones. Hang on. Is this better?
Yeah, a lot better.
Okay, good. Please forgive me. I'm going to stumble over some of these words.
No, go ahead.
I spoke yesterday on a streamer's live. I'm not going to mention the streamer because I have a lot of respect for this streamer. However, I popped on right after I got home this afternoon and found I had been extremely misquoted by other people.
Okay.
I'm sure some of the people in our chat probably heard what was going on. I had called last night stating I thought in one of Brian Etton's videos when he found the blood on the porch that there could possibly been blood inside Nancy's house.
Okay.
If you look to the window, there's a brief moment where you see a reflection in the window. It's just a natural reflection you see.
Right.
And something caught my eye beyond the reflection that I questioned if it was blood. And, that if we had somebody that could possibly slow that video down, maybe even get a snapshot of that, it might answer some questions. Now, I did not ever say there is definitely blood in there. And today, when I popped onto the streamer channel, I see I have been misquoted by many, many people of who is this lady and how could she have seen inside Nancy's windows? And that's not what I said at all. And I apologize if some people misunderstood. I thought I was pretty clear on what I was saying and what I was asking, and people took off with it.
Well, just to be frank, like 857 just said, he heard that was blood in there too. I also heard at the very beginning that there was possibly blood on the other side of the door because of the droplets would have come out through the front door. So I don't think that's something that's misstated or misquoted, because I heard the same thing to be honest. And apparently 57 just posted that he heard that as well. So it wasn't a definite that there was. It was the idea that it made sense that if she came out the front door and there was blood droplets, that there was a continuation. You know what I mean? So I
Exactly.
had heard that as well. So I'm not sure that there's any apologies needed. To be honest,
But I just came on there last night to kind of, question that. And, I did see people possibly misunderstanding what had said.
right? Got you.
And, who is this lady? And, how did she get into Nancy's house and things like that? Now, maybe this was brought up by somebody else, but some of the things I saw, it was kind of directed to, not to me, but at me. So I
Right.
just want to clear that up from the record. Please, please be careful, people, with what you're reading and where you're getting your information from. Please just take the time to listen and try to sort things out before you just put things out there.
Got you.
Please.
Well said.
But
Well said. AJ said, according to the AB sources, told her there was blood inside as well. Kat, and that's where I think I heard it from, was Ashley Banfield was told by her source there was blood in the hallway near the door. This was at the very beginning. And I heard those as well. But it was
yeah,
never like they it was presented as a fact only later to be, corrected. So yeah, I mean, I heard the same thing, to be honest.
but I just wanted to clarify if anybody was directing anything at me, it wasn't a statement of what I definitely thought was on the other side of that window.
Right.
Um, I don't know what else to say, and I'm not going to
There's
throw
nothing to
anybody.
say, sweetheart. I think you're fine. I think, like I said, I heard the same thing. Several people on the chat right now had heard similar things or the same exact thing. So, hey, you we make mistakes all the time, and sometimes we say something. But I heard that literally come out, and it was one of them was Ashley Banfield that I heard it from, and and actually, to be
Yeah,
honest, it kind of hurt her there a little bit because then it came out to be not when I say hurt her, not physically, but she took a hit for saying that with her source because it came later to be that there wasn't any blood in the house. But then again, here's a kicker. It would make sense that there would be a little bit of blood on the other side of the door. That's what I had heard on the other side of the door, and it makes sense if she's
I
brought
do
out
agree
that
that could be a possibility.
absolutely it's a possibility. And here's the thing.
And I
Here's the
did
thing,
say
Bonnie. How does anybody know if it's not there? Because you think they're not going to tell us anyway.
no, they're not. They're
You
not. They're
know,
not going to
they're not going to
say,
give us that
that's
information.
not true or that is true. No, they're not. But I didn't hear about anybody else making a statement about that. But first things I had noticed in Brian Enton's video was that,
Hmm.
wow, was that blood inside? And I just couldn't shake it. Eventually forgot about it. But it
Right.
in and so I didn't say there was, I didn't say there wasn't. I said, if somebody can slow that down and take a snapshot and maybe figure it out. Because I
Absolutely. No,
I
I
just
understand
couldn't.
what you're saying. And hey, that's your anytime you want to come on, you're always welcome.
Yeah, and I'm going to throw anybody under the bus. I mainly want to remind people, please double, triple read something if you have to. Really, and don't just believe everything you hear.
Right.
We're adults here. We are adults here. And, but it was very concerning to me. I had just had a very rough afternoon to the
Oh.
point where I had to call Ellie in. And so I was shaken, not stirred, but shaken a bit.
Uh-huh.
Everything turned out to be okay. Thank you, law officers, even former law officers. You were my rock. You were my rock today. Um, Much appreciation.
No
And
worries, no worries, sweetheart. No worries whatsoever. And I'll just say for the record, I'll just say it straight out. I heard literally everything you just stated. I heard that same thing. So, you know, it is what it is. And if people take issue with that, well, it wasn't only I don't even think it was ever even um, it was ever even retracted. I don't think it was ever retracted. I just think they never just talked about it anymore. So the idea is, well, how do we know? Well, how do you know that you don't know? You're going to pull a nails now. How do you know what we
yeah,
don't know? What you know? What we don't know? The fact is, they're not
yeah,
telling us anything. So it very well could have been on
yeah,
the other side of the door or in the hallway.
yeah.
They're not going to tell us either
I,
which way.
the only reason why I even questioned it, because normally when you see the of a window,
Right.
value. We don't see what's in the reflection or beyond the
Right.
reflection. Uh, and I had to do a very specific uh, program with my daughter for one of her art classes. You had to take a picture of things that were reflecting in glass. It couldn't be a mirror.
Sure.
So that was our focus. And I got it. I ended up accidentally getting a beautiful picture of one of my Newfoundland dogs.
Right.
And so, like, it really taught me to kind of look beyond what you may automatically see. Sometimes there is evidence beyond just that window. So, it was just a question because I I really thought it might be possible for something to be over there. So, I wasn't trying to raise a red flag. I just wanted to be like, hey, is this a possibility?
What I miss?
She's been talking.
I know. But what happened? I heard the beginning, but I had to, I had to
Just
go retrieve dinner. I make dinner for my family. Unlike,
hey! I make dinner too. Nice try.
yeah.
Will.
Did you make it tonight?
Poor man.
Actually, I bought it tonight.
Cheap. You're cheap.
Yeah, I'm cheap my ass.
Ooh,
It's funny. You know why? Because
we're
I bought it too.
Oh
We're the
Lord.
same person. You know that, right? Me and you are the same person.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh God, yeah. That's why God put us together. Well,
That's right. That's
well,
right.
actually, he put us together so he could punish me for all my bad doings.
And he could help me correct you for all your bad doings.
True. Now I'm trying to figure out who's going to help you with your.
That's a lost cause. You know who's going to help me? 857 is going to help me. There
No,
you
he's
go.
That's for you.
Marianne,
sweetheart.
but you're good. You're good. Thank you so much for addressing that. But I mean,
But I know, but I missed what happened. What happened?
Can you fill in, Chris? Real
Yeah,
quick?
sure. Yeah, you get hungry all of a sudden, pal. So Miss
Basically, she was looking. Go ahead and you'll say it better. I may chop it up. So go ahead, Barney.
What else is new?
Yeah, I'll try again. I'm still
just give me the short version. What happened? You don't have to go through the whole thing.
I called a streamer yesterday.
Yep.
And was questioning whether blood on the floor in Nancy's inside the window, because I wasn't sure if I had noticed that a long time ago. I was questioning in my head when I saw that, but then I just put it aside. And I went on to said streamer's live stream today, and a lot of people were questioning, well, who is this on the other side of the door? How did she get up to the house, into the house? And I know who they're talking about, and I didn't watch long. I was just coming out of a very stressful situation to begin with.
Right.
But I just wanted to set the record clear.
Gotcha.
You know, I didn't state there is. I was questioning if. So I put out there, you know, if anyone can freeze frame shots in that window that may answer a question.
So, excuse me while I chew and talk to you. How rude of me.
It's okay. No, I'm eating ice cream.
Sure. Now I want ice cream. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
No
I haven't even
problem.
finished dinner and now I want ice cream. And I'm not. This is my feeling on all these streamers. Right now is the worst time for people to be on all these streams. So, I mean, just in a nutshell, I believe that we have one of the safest chats to just come in and chill, and there's not too much trolling going on, because I don't want any part of that, right? And that's what we're trying to do here. And wherever you go,
this is part of the,
go ahead.
This is part of the message that I'm trying to get out there is, people, please reread things if you have to. Check more than one source. Don't always automatically believe what you assume. I'm trying to remind people, please be careful. Let's not twist other people's words. I thought I was fairly clear yesterday when I spoke.
Right. Well,
and
again,
so I'm not trying to make this about, I'm not trying to make this about me. I'm just bringing up this experience to bring awareness to others.
Right. But remember, it's your opinion. It's your opinion. If you think you saw something, it doesn't matter what anybody else says.
Right. And I thought I was very, very, very clear about that. So please, people, don't just take anything and run with it. This is a wonderful chat. And 857 has a great group as well. Hats off to him and Shibby. Yeah, I'm just going to put them out there. I'm just going to put them out there. I think these are the three greatest chats. I really do.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that, sweetheart.
Thank you.
I just want to have people think twice.
Oh, God, yeah.
Will that stop? Will that ever stop me from calling in anywhere again? No. I knew I took a chance on misunderstanding what I was bringing. So just
don't forget this. Not to cut you off, but don't forget this. It probably had nothing to do with you. What it probably had to do with is but hold on, but everybody else were getting the backlash from, and you know where it's coming from. So look at when you are on certain channels, and I'm not afraid to say it, but it's our boots on the ground people in Arizona, right? Mm-hmm. Right now, every one of them is getting killed with trolls. I mean, absolutely killed with trolls.
Isn't that terrible? What? For what? Yeah, what reason?
Because, one, they don't like them. Two, they're jealous. Three, it's just what it is. That's just what they're doing. They don't agree with what they're doing. But It doesn't matter to me what what they're doing is on their own. But what I'm trying to say, the point is that I've been saying every day is that the only reason that Doug or myself or any one of our people that we deal with on a regular basis are getting trolled is because the trolls go into, we'll just say the trolls go into JLRs like crazy. There's probably half the trolls in there. Does it bother him? No, not at all.
Nope,
right?
Doesn't
But
doesn't and
go ahead.
that's great.
It is great, but what was I going to say? I'm sorry. I listened to my son. The only way that these trolls can get back at them to where it really hurts them is to come after us, you, me, Double Dog, and then just for an instance, last night Melly got attacked,
Yes,
and
wrong.
she's a mod. She's a mod. She has
That's so
nothing to
wrong.
do with anything. But this is how they get back at us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not at us, but this is how they get back at the other guys because they know they're hurting their friends, whether or not we're friends or not.
Right.
But that's how they do it.
Right. No, I totally agree. But come on, folks, live and let live. If you don't like it, move along. But so many people don't get that. They really don't. Hey, we've all run across people in our lives that we don't necessarily like or want to interact with, but
Look, I can honestly say I like Alex. I love Alex. I think he's great. But do I agree with everything he did or does? No, and I don't have to. But that doesn't mean we can't be friends. I mean, honestly, I hope he's not listening. I hope his stuff is up. But really, I don't really even like Dog. I mean, so don't tell him anything. But that's how it is. I don't have to agree with what 857 says or 857 does, but that doesn't mean I don't like them. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I'm gonna go on doing what I do, and they deal with what they have to deal with themselves. And what I don't like is when people come in and attack you or attack the mods or anybody else in the chat because they don't have anything to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So, and again,
Yeah,
they're all children, They are.
that's exactly what I was just thinking of. Back in the days when we all used to go out on the playground, and he said, she said, well, I don't like so and so because of drama. So I'm very proud of the community that Dog is built here. Awesome, fantastic. I support this channel 100%. 100%. But I just wanted to give people a reminder, like it's just a matter of people taking out their own frustration, and some of us are open targets. Yeah, no mistakes. I have obviously lived through that, but I think we all have. But we all come here in peace, and we are both of you guys. I much respect what you're doing and your former backgrounds with the LE and military. Total here. I just want people to remember,
I have a background in eating. I majored in eating food.
We hear you every day.
Oh, shut up.
Well, Chris, I hope you at least took my library book that was in one of the saddlebags.
I'm going to fight my
that
kid.
back.
I did. I sold everything but that. I'll be right back.
Notice how he takes that and just runs away. Yeah, I sold the e-bike. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But no, much respect to everybody, and I just want to clear up any issues before it hit here. I wanted to address everyone here that this was not something I planned on happening, and and we just need to think about things before we just run with the information. And unfortunately, I probably misword things from time to time as well, but you'll also see me frequently saying, well, where did you hear this? Where did you
Right.
hear that?
I
Can
hear
you
you say that
cite your
all the time.
source?
Yep.
Yes, and it's not to be rude to anybody by
Right.
any means. So I just want to get things
You got it,
as
sweetheart.
correct
No worries.
as I can. Yep.
No
But I
worries.
just wanted to clarify that for anybody else that may have seen what's been going on with this other situation that I unintentionally stumbled into. Um, be called out for something, be respectful.
Right.
So with that, I I don't know what else I can say here, but I just wanted to be very clear about what just happened and just to remind people, think twice. And Melly, I don't know if you're on here or not. Melly, I am deeply sorry for what happened with you. So much respect. Much respect. Love you, Melly. Love you, dog. Love you, Chris. I will let other people come in. I see there's more people waiting. Much love and respect, everyone.
Welcome. You welcome, sweetheart.
Thank you.
You
I'll
very
be
welcome.
watching.
You got it.
Uh,
So now I need to ask this question. Jolene, what happened with your toes? How'd you break them? Did somebody run over your toes? Did Chris run over your toes with the e-bike? My cousin let a hammer. I knew it was Chris. My cousin Chris let a hammer lay on my floor and I didn't know it and stepped on it and my toes got stuck between the hook. I told Chris put his damn tools away when he's done. Sorry, we'll be praying for you.
Wait just a minute. I had nothing to do with tools.
Sounds awful. Carol, love you, Barney. Song in my heart says hi. Welcome in. A song in my heart. Tusi, just oh my God, feels better. No doubt, feel better. AJ, song. So interesting.
What were you talking about, anyways? What was the stream for?
It was talking
Nancy?
about really. It wasn't so much the notes. It was more Savanna when she did her thing, her video. Right, we had all these great people, like all these great streamers who were already talked about it, and we touched on it. But the more I kept looking at, the more I kept saying, "Man, this is definitely close to home." And I know we've talked about this before, but just the idea that the person would have said, "We're sorry," and I had it up earlier. We're sorry. We didn't. Basically, I'm gonna put it, paraphrase it, but we didn't know she was that ill, or she was going through that much. We underestimated her health, basically, and then coming out with it was not our intention. I mean, it was almost like sorry, we're sorry, and then everything they were saying was a way to comfort that individual in Savannah, and then at the end to say there's nothing you could have done that could have prevented this or could have stopped it from happening or whatever the hell it was. The idea is that there were so many things. And then my question was, how or who thinks a person, a thug, a nimwit like Porch Guy, who would think that someone like that literally would care 2 iotas about the victim or the victim's family?
They wouldn't.
They wouldn't.
No.
So everything comes back to, why were they trying to make her feel more at ease, or more, not so much at ease, but more like this was never about you. This was about anything. It's just something that just happened. Because her response, Chris, is then you did things, you tried to do things the right way. What the hell did you do the right way? You know, you tried to do things the right way. We did everything we were supposed to. We did everything the right way. You know, sometimes, you know, and I'm paraphrasing here, the world can be cruel, and but you can always have a way to come back home, or something to that effect. I know I'm kind of not got the exact words because I don't have it in front of me. I already got out of that. So the idea is that, like, well, why would anybody say that to the bad guy that kidnapped the mother and literally, for a better lack of words, unalived her, whether it was by scare or by heart attack or whatever the case may be, and you're going to have the decency to say, you try to do it the right way. You try to, you try all these things that they said. And I'm like, that doesn't sound to me like she's talking to a thug. It isn't. It's not a thug. It is definitely someone very, very close to home. And I think we all know, we all have a gut feeling on who she's probably literally sending it to. I'm just not going to put any names out, but I think we all understand who she's talking about. And then the fact is, where in the hell have they all been?
In Italy?
I don't know.
But the interview room said it correct. So she's talking to two people.
Mm-hmm.
If it's all legit and everything, and this is how it went down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. She's talking to two people. One is A and one is T. Because the first note was written by, and I'll just, again, my opinion, just a theory. T wrote the first note. Annie wrote the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Because Annie, her mother, and they probably, like, this is what they said on the interroom, and it makes a lot of sense. They probably ended up not seeing eye to eye, and Annie, or A, excuse me, started to feel, guilty. And that's where the apology comes from. Oh man, sorry, blah, 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 blah. It wasn't meant to be like that. Because who else would she be writing to? And I know we covered this too, Doug. And I had said to you, okay, she's only talking to, a couple of groups of people. One, she's either talking to her mother, which she can't do anything anyways, the mother. Right. Or she's talking to the kidnappers, but you wouldn't be talking to them like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You wouldn't be like, you can come home, and they're not coming home.
Right.
So who else are they talking to? Or who else is she talking to? It's A and T, or just A. I mean, it only makes sense.
It really does. I mean, it's kind of like going back to, you just got to follow what it's saying. You got to follow. Mm-hmm. You have to ask yourself, what other possibility is she directing this type of for a better lack of words, of understanding and accepting of the second letter writer? What is she? What is it? Other than, I mean, the only person I could see her saying that to is someone close to her family.
Well, I did leave one person out, which I don't think, but it could have been talking to C too. Brother.
Well, and see, and yeah, that's a good point. A lot of people have said that, and you can't dismiss it, because he has been, and this is where I find that he has really dropped the ball as the oldest sibling, as the only other man in that family, because Charles obviously has passed. The idea that he hasn't said a whole lot. Now, maybe it's because he doesn't want to lose his control and maybe hurt someone if he literally lost his cool. But the idea is that I just don't see myself being that quiet. I can't see myself just saying I'm going to hold it all in until the right time. I think it's clear cut and dry. And if, for God forbid, he was involved, my God, this is probably the biggest story in God knows how many years.
I would have to say it's and I mean, for me, if it did come out that it was, a family member or something,
right?
That would be, in my eyes, that would probably be top 6.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
Of all time. I mean, obviously for me, September 11th, number 1,
right,
you know what I mean? But
sure. Absolutely.
But with the coverage, the trouble that this whole entire case has brewed up, like with our friends and streamers in Arizona being arrested and ticketed, and
right.
Now Alex is being charged again with resisting. You heard that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they adjusted his stuff.
Somebody just brought that up. I think I forgot who it was, but somebody brought that up.
Yeah, crazy. But anyways, this has uprooted, I think, everybody that is involved in this case.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Am I tired of it? Yes, a lot. I'm very, very tired of it. Having to talk about the same thing every day over and over. But that's what it is. And it's because that's what you think about all day long. They find Nancy today? Are they going to find Nancy today? Is there a new clue? I mean, it's every day. And again, until they can show me that they've arrested somebody, like really, like, hey, we got the person that did it, blah, 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 blah. Then we'll figure that out. But again, let me ask this question. Good. We had a pretty great panel the other night with Nikki, and Army Vet was on there. It was some other people. And, if there's how do I say this? All right, hold on. If this was not a kidnapping from money, right?
Right.
And Oleg was there too, and he'll know what the hell I'm talking about. If this isn't for money, what's it for?
Well, it was, and see, that's where I'm crossed there, because in this whole time I'm saying to myself, this is a ransom for money. However, the more I'm thinking, and the more I'm coming to a conclude, or coming to some point of thinking that she was never going to be let go.
No.
So that would have been like this was I don't even know how I want to word it, but basically she was never coming back home. They were going to take her out, but I still think it was, some part was ransom as well. So I'm kind of torn between those two.
Okay. So let me throw this at you. And we've discussed it before.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take money out of the picture,
mm-hmm.
take money right out of the picture, right?
Right.
Why would you take the mother?
Only thing I can think of is she resisted a fight, or put up a fight, and possibly could even scratch somebody. And they were like, oh God, we can't leave her behind because, there could be some evidence, that we dropped, or, it could be a million and one things, but
right.
I would say because of that.
I'm going to give you 2 reasons. And the first thing I'm going to say has nothing to do with this case. Okay. Can you add WD-40 onto your Amazon list?
No. Oh, I will. I will.
Thanks. Well, just to oil your chair.
Sure. Sure.
So these two things are the only things that I can come up with. Why would somebody take the mother if it wasn't for money? One, it was because of Cameron. Two, it was because of Savanna's husband. And I'll tie it all together for you because I don't. You weren't on that panel the other night. Who is where is Oleg's in here? So Oleg, help me if I forget something. Savanna's husband.
Uh-huh.
We all know who he is.
Right.
He has probably as much power with our government than Mark Kelly, because her husband has a direct line to the president.
Okay.
A direct line to Mark Kelly, a direct line to everybody. Right?
Okay.
So now if we bounce over to Cameron, I'm just going to go back and forth so we can tie them all together. So Cameron, what was Cameron? He was an F-16 fighter pilot who knows everything that you need to know about that jet, and he had the security for intelligence.
Okay.
What does he know? A whole lot. Just like Savanna's husband. So if they wanted any information from Cameron, perfectly good reason to grab his mother and be like, hey. Or Savanna's husband the same way. They can get whatever the hell they want. And he can get anything he wants. We can't forget Savanna's husband.
Right.
He's a very powerful person. Right?
Okay.
Now, let's look at the Air Force Base in Arizona.
Okay.
Does everybody know what's there? Do you know what's at that base? More than I thought and more than I knew. So
go ahead.
SpaceX
Okay.
has moved there in the last, I forget, Oleg, if you can help me, I forget, like within the last month or a couple weeks.
Okay.
Also the space police thing that they have, you know, the space military, whatever the hell it's called. I forget what it's called. They're there.
Space Force.
Yes, they're there too. That's their headquarters.
Okay.
Now, that is surveilled by their telescopes, whatever you want to call it, up in the sky, 24 hours a day. There is satellites and cameras everywhere. They could see anything they could see an ant walk by Nancy's house if they wanted to.
I agree. I think they got that capability for sure.
Of course they do. So you can't, and it right now in the U.S., that is the most secure facility that we have. Above, maybe not the White House and everything, but that's in the open anyways. But that's the most secure. You cannot get in there. It's more than the UFO place. It's at this point, I mean, it's probably more than Fort Knox because there's a lot there. And there's also, where is Oleg?
Right there. They could get Nancy's.
I think it was Oleg that was with me. It might not have been, but I thought it was Oleg in the chat, or maybe it was FinFan. I don't know. But anyways, there's also a research facility there, which is one of the highest secured research facilities in our military.
Okay.
So in that sky at all times, they can see whatever they want.
Oleg said he was there.
Yeah, it was Oleg. I was there. Yeah, it was. If they want, they can look right down onto Nancy's house at any time and see whatever they want to see. So why don't we see it though? Why didn't they do anything? Why can't they produce what needs to be seen? Any idea? Because I mean, again, I have no clue why you wouldn't see it unless they don't want anybody to see anything. Would you be surprised if Nancy was alive?
I would.
I would, but I wouldn't if it's this route, right? If
it's that route, yeah, I wouldn't. But
she would be in protective custody if there was a threat against Cameron or Savanna's husband. But it still doesn't explain the stories. You know what I'm saying? But if you take money out of it, what's left? It wasn't a random kidnapping. It wasn't, oh, hey, let's go get this lady. It wasn't that. There's no possible way.
It was calculated, no doubt.
And it was done very well. The porch guy is nothing. That guy could be gone by now. You know what I mean? He was nothing. He wasn't there to do anything. They did what they needed to do. They got her. Again, if this is the route that it went, there's so many routes that it could go. We still don't know nothing. But the whole political thing, look at that phone call to Mark Kelly, her first phone call. Why? Why do you think she made that phone call to Mark Kelly?
Because they were friends.
To help?
Because he lived, yeah, well, of course. There was friends. He lived in Arizona. They knew the family. They were close. I mean, all those dynamics would have been why she called him first. Because, why wouldn't you call him? I mean, it's not every day that everybody gets to know somebody of high stature that they could call on a dime.
Right. So, which brings me to my next point. Mark Kelly is the head of the intelligence committee. His info, that I said this the other night too. That red phone on the president's desk? Mm-hmm. That's a direct line from Mark Kelly to him, because Mark Kelly gets every single bit of intel from FBI, CIA, anybody to his desk. He's the one that realized that to the president and says, hey, we need to watch this. We need to do that. Mark Kelly could go right down to that sheriff's office and say, hey, we are handling this. You are not. He has that authority. Even if you don't believe he does, he's everything that you could possibly want. He could just walk down there and be like, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing that. You're not doing anything about it. But he didn't. Why? If Savanna's looking for help, why didn't he help her? That's a question to think about.
Yeah.
You're reaching out to look at, he's probably one of the most powerful person that we could have, because he has the president in his pocket, the military, the FBI, CIA, all of it. He could have anything, but he didn't. And that's what I'm hung up on, is why didn't he? Maybe because he's trying to run for president, keep his name out of the line. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
If I'm running for president, I'm not getting involved in this thing.
Yeah, I'm not going to be in the line of fire, just for sure.
But that was my other thought there too, is he doesn't want to be involved in this. But, again, he could have the CIA there in 10 minutes. But nobody wants, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants any part of anything. But why? Because they want it gone, like normal. It has to be gone. And if for some reason she was in protective custody, I don't know. It just they go both ways. There's three possible ways. It was money, or it was either of them, because those are two high, powerful people.
True.
So, and you haven't heard from Cameron. You haven't heard from A&T, which, see, that's what leaves them out. If you think it was, if it was either Savanna's husband or MK, excuse me, that leaves A&T out. They would have nothing to do with it. So they got out of Dodge just to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, If it was any one of those other routes and it wasn't the money thing, then A and T are clear. And so there's another whole new thing to think of. Like, I'm just trying to think out of the box and say, wait a minute, if it wasn't money, because no money has been transferred anywhere. And as well as any of us that if Savanna, Jesus Christ, if it was me and I had the money, there would have been none of this back and forth I would have been like, yo, listen here, tomorrow at, 10 o'clock in Central Park, I'll bring you $5 million.
Well, what makes us think that she didn't pay a ransom?
Exactly. Because somebody said they didn't. Well, I don't believe that.
I think in that video she did, that's what she was pointing out.
That's what I think.
For a better lack of words, that's what she was saying. We did everything we were supposed to do. We did everything the right way. You tried to do everything the right way. Now, it's like, hey, let us know where she's at. Tell us the location where she's at. I honestly believe that it is very freaking possible, if not very, very likely, that she went ahead and paid a ransom. But see, that's the whole point. Nancy was never going to be returned because there was more at stake. So Nancy was never coming back. And maybe in hindsight, the reason this happened was because they maybe they had to pay the people that they had to pay. So they did need some kind of money, But at the end of the day, it could have just been that they were going to take her out irregardless. Savanna didn't know that, but I would almost bet you that she ended up somebody paid a freaking ransom, and it's going to be either Savanna or, I hate to say it, TMZ, but it's going to be Savanna.
So if that is the case, where is she?
She's done. They took her out.
You think so?
Absolutely.
What if Savanna did pay the ransom? And
didn't get nothing in return.
What if they got her back? Do you think they would come out immediately?
Something like this, dude, it's like something like this is literally what going down that rabbit hole, what you're actually saying, or what you're actually where you're going with this is the fact that do you know how many people the legality issues at the end of the day?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many. Just, oh my God, it's like the idea that this was all something done by government or whatever I just find that, to me, I find that too extreme. The 84-year-old lady is going to possibly pass away any day.
Yep.
Okay. Her health is really bad. Everybody knows it. Her heart is bad. She's got the pacemaker. She can barely walk to the mailbox 50 feet away on a good day. Okay. She's ready to go. Literally. So
Yep.
Why would you have to push the issue to take her out when in fact she's getting ready to go? It's just she just hasn't gone just yet. That's what makes me think that this was literally not only mostly ransom, but it could have been just because they knew what they were going to get at the end of the day. They knew everything was going to be theirs. That could have set them up big time. Why is it that now you're hearing the second note in the second note that was within the first, I guess you better. Why is it that they went ahead and said 6 days later on the 6th that she went ahead and was unalive? Actually, she didn't even say that on the 6th. It was on the 2nd, wasn't it? Because that both of them came in at the same time.
Hold on 1 second.
If I'm not mistaken. So the idea, even though if not, they told us that that second note came out on the 6th, and they had till the 9th to collect 6 million. But all of a sudden, they went ahead and came out with the note and said, "Yeah, she's gone, yada 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 yada." And they just didn't tell us about all the rest of the information until here recently. So my point is that they didn't even wait for that. Why? Why? Because really, at the end of the day, they just wanted what was going to be theirs anyway. At the end of the day, so she was never coming back. If they got some some monetary from Savanna, so be it. That just helps them out and kind of gets them out of Dodge and kind of pays whoever they got to pay or whatever the case may be. I see that more probable than anything. Because once again, if it's what does she know at 84 years old when she knows she's going to pass away at any given day? That makes no sense why you would push the issue unless everything that she had was going to be yours and you wanted to make sure that you were getting everything because you had taken care of her, because you had watched her, because you had put your life on pause, because you have literally had to take care of her, take her to her appointments, take her to her all these medical doctors and whatever. It wasn't Savanna. She was in New York. It wasn't Cam. He was in wherever over there in the East Coast, Rhode Island or wherever in the hell. So then you ask yourself, well, yeah, maybe they just wanted to speed up the process because I don't see anybody else wanting to unalive her when they knew she was going to be unalive. It could have been at any day. You understand what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that somebody would do this unless it was somebody close to the family that was going to get something out of it. That could be why that second note said she is unalived. So now they can push all the paperwork through. It's been 6 months. The letters have stated she's unalive. Can we get a certification of her certified that she is no longer alive? Yada, yada, yada. I think to me that seems so much more plausible because what the hell would she know that was so vital that you had to take her out? You know what I mean? It just makes no sense to me. Melly, Jay, I see you. Oleg, I believe Nancy fought, resisted, hence the blood outside. I gotta agree with that, Oleg, without a doubt. Marianne, Melly, Ma, Marianne, Melly, Marianne, Melly, Marianne, Melly. Oleg, we all think she was near passing, but she may not have been. Heart was being monitored. It was the walking was the problem, right? But that's the whole point, right? It starts where you can't walk, right? I mean, when my mom passed at 84, when she passed at 84, it was because she wasn't mobile no more. And it started from her ability to be able to literally walk. I mean, literally walk, where she was literally in a wheelchair. Okay, on the recliner or on the sofa or on the wheelchair. So it starts from your ability to move. Then it works its way up to where your body just can't function. So that would make sense to me. It was already coming there. Her heart was bad. Her condition was bad. I mean, everybody talked about all the bruises on her arm, everything, blood thinners. This lady was ready to go, in my opinion. I'm not her doctor, but I'm just saying, in my opinion, she would be ready to
Thank
go.
God.
Why? Why would anybody had to speed up the process if it wasn't for a personal gain? Why would anybody have to speed the process up if it wasn't for a personal gain?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't see anybody really like saying we got to take this lady out because she knows something, or we got to take her out because whatever.
Well, that's my point. There's no reason to take her out.
That's it. So then it becomes who gains from her being gone? Who gains from it? And who gains from hearing that now the judge says, well, she's been gone for 6 months and there's a note, and now we know that they said that, they literally, she is no longer with us, buried in nature, and yada, yada, yada. What else did the judge say? Okay, hey, let's get this, death certificate notice signed, the paperwork.
I'm sure it's a bandit. Get off the table.
I was ready. He was on top of the damn sink. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's the idea that there's nobody to really gain other than, and I hate to say it, but other than someone close to the family. And we know who was literally living probably close to paycheck, if that. So now they take care of all their issues financially. They take care of everything they have. They know they can't count on mom no more because she's not with us. But hey, we can take care of everything, and we just have to make sure. I mean, mom's going to pass anyway. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's that. Why else would anybody? Why else would Mark Kelly want, or going on that other rabbit hole? Why else? What's the benefit? There is no benefit. The lady's going to pass away shortly, unless somebody needed to capitalize ASAP. And there's only Savanna didn't need the money. Cameron didn't need the money.
No.
I mean, everything just points right there. I hate to say it, but to me, it is just, it could be something else, Chris. I'm just saying, I can't see where anything else would be more plausible than someone benefiting from the family. It's just that simple. And what do they say? 97%, 94% of the time?
Yeah.
Especially someone of her age. I mean, let's just go with the averages. And I know people say, "Oh, well, you can't really do that because this is something that was totally different. It was something that we never seen before." That doesn't mean that it's not in the same line. Oh my God!
Exactly.
So I don't know. I would love for it not to be the family, because for me, as a family man, I think family is the most important thing in the world. But just because I feel that way doesn't mean that somebody who's desperate or somebody that needs that lift, if she would only go tomorrow. I could just hear that thought. If she could only go tomorrow. Think about it, Andy. Or think about it, Silva or Marianne or whatever. If she would only go tomorrow, we could be out from under all of this. And we could be literally back on the top, and we just have to make sure we check our P's and Q's, so that way we don't fall under this, get in this financial crunch ever again, because mom ain't going to be able to bail us out. And then who gets all the royalties? The royalties of the mineral rights that they supposedly have. Who gets that? Does that go over to them?
I don't know. It's either some of them. I don't know.
Well, you follow what I'm saying, though? There's so much to collect. There's so much to gain financially. And she's going to pass anytime anyway. So let's just speed up the process, because she's going to go anyway.
Yep.
I just feel like that is literally and proven statistically that is probably the best case scenario of what happened. Now,
Right.
proving all that, that's a different story. Okay. And that's just what I see. But once again, then we say that, but it could be anything. Well, yeah, it could be anything, but realistically, it's kind of like the Nolan Wells case. Okay, everything is telling you it's right here. Something happened here. No one can argue with that. You have now sound of what was being said. It wasn't manipulated. Mainstream media is not going to manipulate stuff like that. That's going to cause them to put them in a bind, literally, legally. So you now have that. I mean, dude, everything's pointing here. Yeah, and in this case, yeah, somebody had to put him in the water. It's where they found him. It's the only thing that really makes sense. The problem is we just don't know, was it something that happened to him because of the too much drinking? Possibly, could he have tried a line of something? Is that possible? Could be. Or could somebody have taken advantage and unalived him? Because I hear the thing about people say, his friends are just not going to go there one day and say, we're going to. No one's saying that the friends are just going to go there and say, we're going to unalive him. No, there had to be something that sparked the anger and the frustration that somebody said, you know what, I don't need to take this. I don't care if he's an athlete or not. He ain't going to talk to me like that, or he's not going to say this to me, or he's not. And for whatever, and when people get drunk, what do? They become a whole different person, So that's what I'm seeing anyway. Just my opinion. They could have she fell down, she hit her head on, and she unalived instead of all this. I agree. But here's the thing. You want to make sure. Make sure she's gone. You don't want to hope that she falls down the stairs and then she doesn't come unalive, and then next thing you know, she's in the hospital saying, so push me down the stairs. You know what I'm saying? No, they want to make sure this is done. It's kind of like
the double D done pushed me down the stairs.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Don't know nothing. So, yeah, I know. This whole thing is a disaster. It's just,
man. And honestly, I do believe that the sheriff's department dropped the ball, and this is why we're seeing so much has to be done, because they're going to lose a lot of evidence. So they have to make sure everything is literally everything has to match, because when they lose some of that evidence, they're going to have to make sure it's solid, tight.
Right. Well, you do know that. I mean, I can't guarantee it, but that rootless hair sample that's at Quantico, you're never going to hear about that ever again.
No,
gone.
No, done. They had nothing to do with it. Nope. They didn't. They had nothing. They're not gonna hear anything about that.
No,
because to me it's a nothing burger.
Uh-huh.
It was just to appease people to say, hey, we might have something. Hey, there may be something there. But in reality, there was nothing there, man. It was just
bogus.
For all sake of purpose, could have been a freaking pubic hair for all that matter. Let's be real. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, but it's the truth.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my.
There he goes. Are you sick?
No, I'm not sick, man.
Don't cry.
Melly, Jim, congrats on our 500 subs. Awesome. Good deal.
Very good, sir.
Jim,
congratulations, Jim.
Thank you. You don't have to be lurking. Come on and get a seat. Marianne, next time I will, Jim. Annie wouldn't get it all if it had to be divided into three, without a doubt, Oleg, well said. They wouldn't get it all if they had to divide it by the three. Marianne, oh, I see. Melly and Carol are hiding from me. Jim, Melly, thank you so much. Carol, no, Marianne. Jim, Carol, thank you. Thank God.
What's on the schedule for tomorrow, Dee Dee? What are you doing?
I don't know, man. I really don't. I mean, we had such a great live on the first, and we had a good live the second one, but the first one in the morning was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Saturdays seem to be always slow, though.
They are. Nobody's on.
Yeah, I'm just like, man, like I don't know. You do know I got the Starlink, right?
I do know. I heard that you got the Starlink. Did you ship mine out or?
I'm working on that one.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I got the Starlink, and the wife got it all hooked up, and kind of testing it out. We already got the membership and everything, so so we got that. Now I just got to get a case to put that stuff in.
Yeah. Well, you have to the what am I saying? The panel and everything for it. You have to wear that on your head like a hat, right?
Yeah, that's what I was told, but I think I might just put it in the car and hope to God it stays where it's supposed to.
True. I can see you guys on your way. You got your wife hanging out the window holding it like turn it left, man.
Go left. That's gonna be all godly, man. I'm not even looking forward to all that. But the good thing is, good, hopefully it'll, and I got the warranty on it too. So
yeah, definitely.
If anything happens in 3 years, they'll get another one, and we'll go down that road. But yeah, so that was a big thing today that we did.
Yep.
I'm not sure though. Like I said, I haven't seen Groundsky at all anywhere.
I know.
I hope he's not sick. Has anybody seen Groundsky at all?
I haven't seen Groundsky since.
Groundsky, if you are listening, we hope you're doing well. We hope you're not sick, my friend.
Are you lurking? Yeah, no, he always talking. So I haven't seen Groundsky since, what's today? Friday? Wednesday?
He's been gone for about a good 5 days.
Huh.
And that's not normal, but maybe he's on vacation. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Did he say he was going on vacation?
Maybe he did.
Maybe he did say he was going on vacation. I just hope he's well, because I know that he was going through a lot of surgeries and different things. So, hopefully.
I know it's like you try to plan a show for tomorrow. What do you plan?
Well, if I plan, I think we're going to do one tomorrow. I think the idea is probably, I'm really kind of burned out with the Nolan, because we've covered that to kind of like Nancy. We've. I thought about the Michigan, New Haven. Going out there, but God, man, it's just so sad to know that this all happened.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Just going to see the house that was burnt.
Yeah, it's
I wonder if they tore it down.
It just sounds so morbid,
Yeah, it is.
I just don't like that.
No.
The only reason I went here to Ohio is because this is my neck of the woods.
Yeah, it is. It's your neck of the woods.
But I don't know, man. I think the only other thing is, there's nothing with Alina. There's nothing with still waiting for Kenny. Keep an eye on Kenny, on Marley Kenny from Kentucky.
I was just looking at Elena now, but Jesus Christ, we're looking at what, 2 months almost for the doctor report?
Past 8 weeks.
Yeah.
That's usually what they say, 6 to 8 weeks, and they're supposed to do it there. Marley Kenny, that's coming up there too.
Can they do the toxicology there too?
They said they have the capabilities. That's what I remember reading. Now, I could have read it wrong, but I think we covered that at the very beginning, that they said that they had an in-house that they would do it. So I would think that they would be able to. But once again, also, like I said, Marley Kenny, I've read a little bit more about that, and they're saying the family is asking for help from the public. You know, have they heard anything? You know, are they hearing anything? They're wanting help from the public to see if somebody will come out and say what happened to her. I mean, here's a girl that gets off a boat, doesn't go to the restroom, instead just goes straight to the water to take her, you know, to relieve her body fluids.
Yep.
And next thing you know, they leave.
Gone.
And then they realize she's not with them. They come back and they can't find her. And then they find her 2 days later. My thing is, what if everybody on that? Well, they couldn't because the sister was on that boat, right? I thought her sister was on the boat, or maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one.
There's so many.
No, her sister was, because they were saying that Marley's ex-boyfriend was on there and her current boyfriend was on the boat.
Oh yes, that is correct.
You know, and they said her sister was on the boat, if I'm not mistaken. But if she's, I have to look back on it. It's been a while. But if she wasn't on the boat, then you would ask the question, did somebody do this? To kind of like Nolan, did someone do this? You know, because, or are they all in cahoots? You know, I mean, it's just so.
Same
anyway,
situation.
Same exact situation.
Same situation.
You know, and they were all drinking. They were all drink. Well, I say they were all. They said that they said they were drinking. This was a party. Make no mistake.
Was there an update on what's his face that got arrested? Did he have court yet and stuff?
You know, they did say something here just a little bit ago. Something about he was getting ready to go to court for being the BOI, the operator, boat intoxicated or some shit like that.
And see, here you go again. If for some reason that boat is found at fault, something to do with her passing, he's the captain, you're screwed.
Well, they said that was did they? I don't know. I don't think they released it. No, they released no toxicology report. I don't even. They didn't even release an autopsy, did they?
I'm looking now.
I don't think they released an autopsy
probably
either.
Not.
So you would think they would have at least said, like, was there any marks on her? You know, did she have some gashes on her head? Could have got hit by the propeller? You know, I mean, you just never know.
Yeah, why wouldn't you release that?
Makes no sense to me.
Let's see.
Other than it would say something like, literally point to a direct. Once again, I think when you're dealing with these cases that deal with alcohol, especially like the boating, they're always looking for the underlining.
Yeah.
You know, so they're going to say, it looks like she drowned, but it does have she does have alcohol in her system. There's no trauma to the body. So therefore the underlining is she was drinking and she ended up drowning. But the fact of the matter is they saw her go off the boat. You know, they literally stopped, and I thought they said they anchored. And she got off the boat off the side, and instead of going to the restroom, she went a little bit of ways and then relieved her bodily fluids, and then they were gone. Was it a joke that went bad? You know, like, hey, let's go, guys. You know how you do the car thing? You know, come on in, man, come on in. And then you pull off a little bit further, and they're like, stop moving, man. I got to get in. And then, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Was this something like they said, let's go, guys, let's go? And then, because they were intoxicated, they never thought about going back and getting her. It just slipped their mind.
That's crazy.
But I could see that.
They gave an update on the 25th, 26th of this month.
Uh-huh.
No. Yeah. I'm skimming over the stuff we don't need to hear because we already know about it.
Gotcha.
5 days search. Kentucky Fish and Wildlife investigators are working with the Commonwealth's Attorney Office in Carter County to identify and evaluate new evidence while pursuing all relevant investigative leads. So they have some new evidence, I guess. The priority is to conduct a thorough and accurate investigation while protecting the integrity of the investigative process. Once the investigation is complete, findings will be reviewed in accordance with applicable law and prosecutorial whatever procedures. Damn, I gotta go back to school. Additional details cannot be released at this time, as doing so could compromise the integrity of the investigation, said Colonel Jeremy McQuarrie, Director of Law Enforcement Division of Fish and Wildlife. Yes, they understand the communities, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so that's it. So they found, obviously, sounds like they found some different evidence, or some evidence, anyways. But until it's done, and then, once it's done, it's probably going to be sealed.
Hmm.
I kind of find it odd, like, well, maybe down that way there, but the game wardens, the Fish and Wildlife, they're the ones leading the investigation. I know they found her, right? Yeah, I
Right.
think
Yes,
that,
they did.
you would think it would be the local. Well, it's in the water, so right. I mean, she was found in the water, so I guess that gives them authority to.
Well, it definitely would be their jurisdiction.
Yeah, because it's in the
and
water.
they do have investigators.
Yeah, well, I think like here, I mean, I would think it would be the same there, but our Fish and Wildlife here, they have authority all over the place. They're not just stuck to like, I have to be on the river before. I mean, they can pull somebody over where there's no water or anything. That's what they give them. Full authority. As do all the local community, the local colleges, like Harvard and Boston College, they have just as much pull as the state police. Because they have campuses everywhere all over the state, so they got authority everywhere.
Yeah. Well, they believe it or not, they have a lot of power too. Everybody thinks they're just like these game wardens and these people who work in the park, not the people, but the officers.
Yep.
That they're just like flunky. No, dude,
No.
they got a lot of power.
Oh yeah,
they got a lot of power.
I didn't know that the college police, for each college, their jurisdiction, I figured, well, it's in or around the college, you know what I mean? Or wherever there is a college campus, whatever.
Right.
But they have college. Wow, I should go to sleep early tonight. They have authority everywhere, all over the state, because of there's a campus over here, there's a building over there, there's one here, there's one there, there's one there, there's a parking lot, there's so on and so on and so on. So they have authority everywhere. You like the new truck?
Well, I thought Marianne asked a question. TC, welcome in, TC. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for helping to grow the channel. Marianne says, I'm confused about the hair. How do they know it's not a match? They don't have a suspect. I think that's what they were saying, if I'm not mistaken, that they got a match, but the people that it got a match from were not suspects. They were ruled out. I think that's what I heard, right? And I could be wrong, but I think. Devil Dog, thank you, TC, for supporting the channel. TC may be Oleg. Didn't think about that. So yeah, Chris, I don't know. I don't know what tomorrow. I mean, I just gotta try to figure out what we're gonna do. We'll do something. I just don't know what. I hear a lot of individuals that are constantly talking about, this would be a good time to go back to the beginning. Literally.
Yeah, you're You're probably right.
because we have so much information that has happened, so much more knowledge now than what we had from day 1 through day 30. We could go back to the beginning and just bring all that information and then start going from the beginning. Okay, we know she came out of here. We know this had happened. We know they checked this. We know, you know what I'm saying? And start replaying that, because and honestly, that's what they do. When they investigate, they always go back to the beginning and take the information and rehash it out to see if there's anything they miss. You know, that's just the standard, thing that they do. And it's not like when they would go to like A&T's house and go looking for evidence on multiple occasions. This is exactly what they do. This is what good investigators do. They go back and rehash it and replay it in their mind.
Yeah, because I've watched some. Not every video, but I've watched videos 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, oh crap!
Yeah,
I missed that the first time.
Yes, absolutely. I do that myself, no doubt. And that's the beauty, that you can go back and like for us, having the knowledge that we have obtained, go back and then start looking at everything again and see who stands out now. Who, here lately, what's crazy? I've been hearing a lot of LD lately. His name's come out of the blue.
Yes, I've heard a lot lately too. Yeah,
it was quiet for the longest. I remember even asking, "Why is LD so quiet?"
Well, that's because
and now,
well, all the rabbit holes on the way to him now. You know what I mean? So people get tired of Nancy and then A&T and Luke and blah 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 or whatever. I'm saying,
right,
and then they're like, oh well, you know what? What about him? And then somebody mentions his name, and then the next thing you know, it's like, bing.
But you're hearing, oh, they want the DNA from him. Now you're hearing, oh, he was arrested. And it was like, no, that was back in the day, back in the early on when he was.
The day for him didn't change.
No,
not at all.
No.
Now, was that on? Oh, that was on Patriot Pride. Did you watch Pride? Most of it? So, Kayla Day, her husband.
That's his name is.
Did you see what he did? He was in jail for?
He was in jail for something, but I don't know.
He was in a car chase.
Oh, yeah.
When
he hit a lady, right?
He hit 2 people. But he was transporting illegal aliens over the border.
Yes.
And he got into that car chase, so he did 8 years. But
he was in prison. That's why she was messing with LD.
And I don't even know where he is now, but they started comparing his face to the masked guy and stuff like that. So
Wibby.
Yeah. Wibby. Weird name. Willoughby, Wibby,
Wibby.
That's
Wibby.
Yeah.
It's a weird ass name.
Right, but what was he caught doing? He was caught transporting people.
Yeah, he was transporting people across the border, and then they went to shut him down, and he took off, and then he hit. I think it was a van. He hit a van.
The person in the van.
Yeah, and he unalived the old lady in there, and then they sent him up. Yeah, I did hear about that. Matter of fact, I think it's in one of our lives that we did earlier.
Oh, probably
William Webby.
Yeah, like.
And that was originally her husband. So I'm thinking once he went to prison, shortly after is when her and LD started picking up this relationship, because even though LD denies it, I mean, it's all over that they were, they were both, for better lack of words, arrested at Walmart parking lot, dealing and they've been some people have reported that they've been together. So I don't know. I mean, I think that's what connects him to Mojito.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. They all connect at some point. No matter, like, all of them.
Yes.
Right, all of them. So, it's just like you connect Wibbly, Wilby, whatever the hell his name was. Wibby. You connect him to her to this person to this guy, and then, oh my God, really? Then that guy goes out, he stretches out to these people, and then these people are best friends with, the family, and now they're having a party, and the person who, unalive or took her could be there. You know what I mean? It's like,
yes. I mean, Kiki and photographer.
I mean, I keep looking at that picture that we came up with, and we showed, man, that face, dude, like the what's the word I'm looking for? The contour of her nose, and the chin and the cheeks. I mean, it's still it is spot on. I mean, I know it's dark and farther away, but don't yawn. Oh God! Now see what you made me do. God,
it's always my fault.
I could, everything is your fault. Honestly, I could go to bed right now, no problem.
Brother, I know my wife's like, hey, are you done? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fixing it. Damn, 8:40 already. Well, we started at 6, so
you're up past your bedtime. My God, I don't even know how you're awake.
Man, I had to mow today, and oh God,
I hate mowing.
Freaking hours, man.
You know what I was doing for those 4 hours?
Yeah.
Same thing I'm doing right now.
Yeah. The difference is that
I had to go with my freaking father-in-law. Oh my God. Yeah, he doesn't drive. So all over the place. Got to go, hey, I got to go there. I got to go there. Then, he can't remember a password on his iPad. Oh, we got to reset this and reset that and blah, 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 blah. I got to go pick up my medicine, blah, blah, blah. Like,
and let me guess. Is he Kramer? Is he Jerry? Or is he the other one? I don't, you know what I'm talking about?
Neither.
Neither.
Is
he Bookman?
No. I'm trying to think. Yeah, more like an Al Bundy.
Got you.
More like an Al Bundy.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just, it was a long day, man. Just trying to get everything done and then get back here. And the lives are great.
This morning was phenomenal.
It was, man. We almost hit 100.
No, it was over 100 at one point.
Was it?
Yep. It was like 103, 102, 103, 104.
We did good, man. We did good, and I know there was a lot of people subscribing and stuff. So I'm glad we kept putting out our channels.
It is. The hell am I saying? Oh, it's Friday night, so people are at the bars. And
it's taking a while, but it's getting there. I'm telling you, it's.
Hey, remember when JLR started and these other guys started? It took 6 years to get where.
We're only at 3 months at best.
Yeah, I know.
So
we started at the same time almost.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not like we have been doing this for a while. I just think. Like I said, I heard in the chat earlier today, I think, from Barney and everybody else, I think people really like the fact that they can come in here and just chill out and relax, and have a conversation and talk about what's going on and give your opinions. And, that's what it's about.
Yeah. I mean, that's why sometimes a members only is good to have.
I've been thinking about that. My wife actually has been talking about that. But here's the problem.
I knew she was the brains behind everything. I knew it wasn't
my wife's
you.
Been talking about that. But here. This is my. Okay, for better lack of words, this is, and I don't care. This is how I see it. I'm one of those people that don't ever like to see anybody left behind.
Right.
Okay, that's just me. And I get it. There's got to be something from memory, and we've talked about this.
Yep.
And it's coming. It's just the idea that not everybody can be a member because not everybody's on a tight budget.
Yeah.
And so I get it. And so for me, I'm like, I don't want to literally. I don't want to push aside anybody because
No.
that's just not how I do things. And even though you got to give something for that, I mean, we're working on T-shirts and the mugs. The wife's working on the mugs and the T-shirts, the coffee cups, all
Oh,
that
thank
kind of
God
stuff.
for the T-shirts because I need a new covering for my dartboard.
and so I want to be able to not. I want to be able to give these out to people, just so they
You
can
better
have
put my face on there next to yours. It's like chilling.
But I'm just saying, man, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
And that's why it's hard for me. If anybody's wondering why it's hard, is I don't like leaving anybody behind.
No.
I don't like that. And I just
Marines don't leave anybody
we don't
behind.
leave anybody behind. And even the double pups, I just
I'd like back in the day, I'd even like ran back, got the guy, and been like, "Damn, I forgot his candy bar." I would go right back in. I don't leave food behind either.
But
Go
yeah,
get
I
that
think
chip
tomorrow,
beef.
think of something. I don't know. Maybe we could talk about going back because I have my notes. You have your information.
Oh God, yeah.
We can go back and start looking from the beginning. There was a thing I caught though. I forgot to bring it up, but so apparently there, and I could be wrong here. So anybody who's listening, please, if you guys got the information, let me know. But apparently, I heard that Officer Tatum on a video had said something about there was narcotics on the boat. There was cocaine on the boat.
I did hear something about that.
I heard that, and I heard that today, and I was like, "Oh wow!" So he did say there was cocaine. Now the issue is who brought the cocaine. Then I heard, and I think I was listening to a live or a video of a pre-recorded. I think I was listening to one where they said that he had said that there was cocaine. Apparently, it was reported there was cocaine. I don't know if it's been verified or not, but it came through him, and not that he provided it, that the information, and that the person who was dealing the cocaine was there at the island. That's what I heard today, and if I'm wrong, hey, I'll be the first one to tell you I'm wrong. But that's what I heard today. So I was going to bring that up earlier. Jim said I heard they were smoking marijuana. Yeah, that's a gimme. But I heard that today, and I thought, really, like,
not for nothing. Marijuana,
yeah,
I could live with. No, you know what I'm saying? No, not me. I'm saying, and I want to say this low, but I've always said to my wife, if for some reason, because kids, what we do in high school.
Yes.
And I said to my wife, I said, Jesus Christ, if they come home and say, hey, I smoked a little marijuana today, I'd be like, is that all you did? Did you go to the party and did you just smoke? And he said, yeah, and he tested fine. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I would rather see that than anything else. Because the anything else stuff is
well, I the reason I shake my head like I did is because I can't stand the smell.
Me neither.
Did I partake when I was a kid? You're damn right. I did my share, your share, and everybody else's share.
And I helped too.
But now it's one of those things where it's kind of like, that was adolescent stupidity, And you had to grow up to it. You had to grow up.
Yeah.
But now I just can't stand that freaking smell, man. I hate that smell.
Yeah, it drives me crazy.
I got a neighbor that will toke up just about every night. A neighbor, and my God, it's not even the neighbor; it's the neighbor's older daughter. Like she's like probably in her early 20s, and this girl is constantly. And I smell it when I'm in my backyard or when I go outside to the front. I can smell it, and I'm like, "Oh my God, you got to be kidding me!" I hate that smell, dude. I can't stand it.
Hey,
know?
chat. Now we know what happens when he gets the giggles.
Yeah.
I'll be right
So-
back, guys. I gotta go get some cookies. Yeah, sure.
Oh, I don't touch anything. I remember
No,
doing
me
that.
neither.
No, that's not for me, man.
If
That's
I
I
did
don't.
that now, I'd eat the whole house, and then I'd have to go to bed for like a year.
You'd have to be spending $1,000 for groceries every
Jeez.
2 weeks, man, or every week for that matter.
Yeah, we're damn close.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Well, maybe we'll look at going back to the beginning. Let's do that.
Okay.
Because that's something that I think we can go back and we don't have to like find every single thing. We should have most of that knowledge and just be able to somehow connect the dots and see what do we know now that we didn't know then. You know, what do we know now that we didn't know at the beginning of the case? And that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting actually, because what we know now from the first 30 days, oh my God, there's a lot of information. And now we can probably even see the pattern or the direction of what we didn't see before because we had no clue. So,
true. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
We know so much now. Now you can kind of put the puzzle together and
Absolutely.
find out, you
So
know.
that's probably what we'll do. Let's do that tomorrow at 10. Can you do 10?
I don't know. If not, I'll be on and off, but I don't know. I'm not sure what, you know, of course the wife has plans for me tomorrow. I don't know what, but yeah, no, that's fine.
Man, I would say 10 just so I can just get some rest, man, and not have to be rushing. I'm not going anywhere tomorrow unless I have to.
It's the old age.
It's kicking my butt, no doubt about it.
Mine too, brother.
Thank you, TC. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. AJ, we know what we know, but we need to know what they know. The nano complex.
Say that one fast 3 or 4 times.
Party says, my neighbor smokes skunk. That's what it smells like. It must confuse the real skunks here. Oh, I can't stand it. AJ, 100%. No doubt. And just, yeah. Marianne, thank you, Tussie, for letting me know about the poor little girl for her family. TC, I don't smoke it, but like the smell. Golly, I hate the smell. I mean, it never bothered me when I was a kid, but now, God, it just grosses me out.
Yep.
AJ, agree with DD. TC, the smell gives me a headache. Yes. TC says, never miss Barney. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Unless Chris goes in and now say our parting shots, and we'll be coming out tomorrow. Let's look at, I know everybody's used to 9.
Yep.
Let's just go out at 9, guys. Let's go out at 9. Screw it. Let's go out at 9.
Sounds good to you.
And then if you guys, you know, if it's really slow like it normally is on Saturdays, we'll go through it. We'll move right along and go straight into the open chat, and then go from there. But 9 is going to be probably our best time.
Yeah, maybe have some people call in or something.
Yeah, we can do that too. That's another thing. We can do the call.
Yeah, we should start doing that.
I think so. I tried that once, and my God, it was like crickets, and I'm like, what the hell?
We'll get some people to call.
But yeah, maybe we'll do that too. Maybe we can do call-ins and get your theories on what's going on. That may not be a bad avenue.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds great.
We're going to do something at 9, so whatever we come up with, we will definitely see everybody here.
All right, I'll see you next
year. Go ahead and party first, and then you can party last, okay? Everybody, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you for everything you do for the channel, for all of our channels. And I just thank you so much, mods. Appreciate all of you. And God bless you. And always remember, it's all common sense. Thank you so much, everybody. God bless you for always supporting the channel, all of our channels.
Well, I'm the guest. I'm supposed to go first.
No, I want you to go next.
No, I know, but now you threw me off my game. I don't know what to say.
But that's what I did it for.
Oh, thanks. Love it. All right, y'all. Thank you. What, Chris? You have to call DD to join panels with you and other channels. What?
Okay, what was that? Chris, you have to call
Dee
DD
Dee
to join
join
panels
panels.
with you and other channels.
Yes. Yeah, I know what you mean. I got you.
Yeah, he really does because he always leaves me out in the cold.
Oh, fuck. Here we go. I'm taking back my song.
Hey,
I'm going to put
Tucson
down.
came in here and AJ was like, Tucson, you need to have DD come up there. And Tucson, I didn't hear nothing for a while. Then I was like, no, Tucson heard you. He just, we're small fish, And then Tucson came back and said, we love DD. And I'm like, all right, good deal, good deal. But yeah, you guys can set it up for me and Chris and Doug, or me and Chris, or whoever, just make it happen. Be more than happy. But Chris normally goes on Patriot Pride at nighttime. And I don't know how in the hell he does it because, dude, that's
I'm
late.
working. I'm working though still.
Yeah, see, well,
So I just walk around and do what I got to do. But tonight, no work tonight, tomorrow.
well, there you go. So
2
yeah,
days
let
in.
us know. Hook something up. I'll be more than happy. I've done put the feelers out there. You guys put the feelers out there. If we want to have
All
a
right.
conversation, hey, nothing's stopping it from happening. All right.
All right.
God bless, man. Simplify, my friend, always my friend. And God bless you, everybody. Appreciate you all. It's all common sense, everybody. Yeah, Chris is everywhere. Class dismissed till 9. You got it, Barney. See you all then.